A student here since 8th grade, our next speaker is Tristan Ortiz.
Hi, my name is Tristan Ortiz, and today I'm going to be talking about social anxiety disorder. Social anxiety is frequently and commonly known as the intense fear of certain social situations that are unfamiliar or in which you feel you'll be watched or negatively evaluated by others. These social situations may be so intimidating that you may go at great lengths to avoid them. Because everyone has experienced some form of anxiety and fear in their lifetime, it makes social anxiety disorder easier to relate to. However, this also makes it more difficult for individuals to understand. For example, everyone has felt fear and anxiety when undergoing a social situation at some time throughout their lifetime. However, not everyone experiences and undergoes this anxiety on the same level. Let's explain here by trying to explain what social anxiety is. It is not common shyness, maybe more like shyness with panic attacks, paranoia, and heart-stopping fear thrown in for good measure, but definitely not simple shyness in any way. An individual with social anxiety disorder experience a persistent fear of social or performance situations. This fear is rooted from the notion that the individual will be scrutinized or evaluated in some way to deserve a negative opinion. You may be afraid that people will think badly of you or that you won't measure up in comparison to others. Although a person realizes and understands that their anxiety might be overblown or irrational, most often they will still feel anxious and choose to avoid these social situations or endure it with great discomfort. Using myself as an example, suppose I'm put into a social performance situation like where I have to communicate with others, such as making friends. The sense in connecting and forming friendships is an amazing feeling. It makes you feel like you have a purpose and that you feel needed. It makes you feel happy inside. That feeling seems like a distant memory now as my social anxiety has progressed. It became very difficult for me to engage and make new friends, much less keep the ones I already had. Instead, my life became about avoidance. Avoiding the potential to embarrass myself, of being judged and or not being liked and accepted. It became an excruciating contradiction, wanting to fit in and yet not being able to. When you have social anxiety disorder, you become a good actor. You have to because that is all you have to somehow feel a part of your surroundings. For me, I can't relax enough to be myself and respond naturally. It is instant transformation for me when I come in contact with someone. I become tense and anxious and become paralyzed in a sense. My actions and conversation become forced and rehearsed. I force something out that I usually regret afterwards just to have something to say or to fill the silence. When all you're doing is pretending, you're not really into the moment. You're not really forming any type of bond. Your connection is superficial. There are many times when I've looked around me, be it in a classroom, social event, or even with friends and family, and felt how different I was from everyone around me. My thoughts, opinions, and how I deal with uncertain events seem so far off from others. I often wish I could read others' minds to know what they are thinking or how they are processing certain events. At the same time, if others could read inside my mind, they might be frightened by what goes on in there. My mind is constantly racing, analyzing, and reliving things I should have let go or put behind me. I know this is the difference between living in the moment and being happy versus living in the past and being unhappy. But having social anxiety means that it's very difficult to make new friends, new memories, or just have an anxiety-free day. My days are filled with self-monitoring and analyzing. Much time is spent making sure others are happy, saying the right things when I do speak, trying to fit in or not offend. Many times I feel what actually does manage to come out of my mouth is nothing close to what I'm feeling inside or wanting to express. Inside my own head it makes complete sense, and I feel I make a valid point, but it typically comes out making little sense, and I'm left with a sense of humiliation, frustration, and inadequacy once again. I can rarely express effectively what I hope to get across. It's as though I'm not the one speaking the words, that they are coming from somewhere else. For me, I just have to accept that there are people out there who are not going to like nor care for you despite your best efforts. If you try to get along and please everyone, you will always fail. Social anxiety may not ever entirely go away, but anxiety is only as powerful as we believe it to be. I've given in much more than I've tried to fight back, but what matters is that I gradually give in a little less. Anxiety can destroy us, manipulate us for years, because we believe it to be so strong. But when we believe we can nail it, we make swift progress. Overall, it is our beliefs that shape the way we behave in the world. Let me close my speech with a quote, my senior quote, by Dr. Seuss. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
Aye.